What's up there, YouTube? It's time for another vape-tastic voyage with your man, Mr. B. Today we will be doing a review on an authentic RDA, a one of its kind and the first of its kind. What we have here is the FISHBONE Plus RDA by icig. This little guy I picked up today and got this from one of the vape dojos for $20.99. Authentic for $20.99. And it's the first of its kind in airflow. This little guy right here is authentic. It's got a scratch and sniff code there. We've got our authentic seal saying that it's authentic, and it comes in this super teeny little box. And this box is a little bit bigger than a 50 ml bottle of juice. My first impressions on when I saw this thing in the shop were that it just looks awesome. It's very unique in the way it looks. Let's just take this little guy out of the box, shall we? This is supposed to have unmatched flavor. It's not necessarily for chucking big clouds, but your flavor is purer than pure. We're gonna find out, because I've never touched it yet. Well, I've touched it. I just put a build in it, a 0.6 Kanthal build at 26 gauge wire, 9 wraps. I don't recommend using over like a 2.5 millimeter bit to wrap on, because just the design is not going to let you do it. So inside the box here we have the FISHBONE RDA. We have your bag of normal stuff out of China. And we have an extra Pyrex outer glass. A big con for me in this RDA is that actually, you know what? Let me break this down first. Let me get to that part. Let me have a quick vape. So, stay. Good boy. So let's check this out. This airflow coming out of the drip tip is a cyclonic style. It is not a removable drip tip. It is completely part of the top base. The top base here looks like this. It's kind of wild. You got your little fishy on there, which is kind of cute. I think it's pretty badass. They definitely went a step up from the first FISHBONE. We'll see how long this thing lasts, because it looks a little delicate. But pretty much how it works is you have no bottom airflow at all. It's completely closed off like the bell cap on the first one. But your airflow, if you can see it, you see around that rim underneath the drip tip? You can see my fingers going through it. Your airflow solely comes out of that top piece, which is all one piece. And then this glass cap, these metal threads that the glass sits on, drops right around your coil in here. See how it's got those teeth up on that ceramic? It just drops right in there. So once it's in place, it stays in place. Now the way it works is you're going to pull from your drip tip. Your airflow is going to come down through the top. Okay? It's going to go between that little glass with the fish on it and the outer glass. Your air goes down, and then that glass leaves about a 2.5 millimeter gap underneath your coil. You see that there? There's a gap there. Your air comes straight down between the two glass panels, and it goes up and under your coil and comes out through that glass chimney up into your cyclone drip tip. So, you're supposed to get pure flavor. You lose no airflow in here. It's all completely trapped inside. And it's supposed to come out in a cyclone to just mix everything up and just give you some purer than pure vapor. So, we've got 2 O-rings on that top cap to sit on the glass. This is removable for that little glass chimney that goes up. That comes out of here. And this is all one piece. This is your whole top cap, your airflow, and your chimney cyclonic drip tip. The bottom of it looks pretty cool, but you can see how the teeth go in there. It is all one piece, and it literally looks like if it was running and you stuck your finger in it, it would be gone. So that's all one piece. Here is your little fish chimney. You see that? And that sits on 2 little feet, so the glass just slides straight from the top, right off. It's held on by that little O-ring. So that sits on there nice and snug. It's not going anywhere. And then on your base, you've got your nice and thick Pyrex glass. You have a triple O-ring bottom, so I guarantee there's no leakage. And then you have this little ceramic cup that has a screw in there. See that little screw? It's down underneath the coil. That holds that ceramic cup to the base. Now you can take that ceramic cup out and use it to vape, but you have to put that screw back in. The ceramic is said to give it a way better flavor. It's supposed to retain a lot more of its flavor, not sitting in that metal tray and heating up. But my problem, my big con with this, which I was saying earlier, is that this ceramic is super thin on here, and it goes around these velocity style deck posts, and it's not that thick. So I got this breaking within a couple weeks, if not earlier, which is going to piss me off. But what's going to piss me off even more is that I can't get another ceramic tray, and it only comes with 1. That's a big downfall. I'd have much rather had another ceramic cup than this extra Pyrex glass. Definitely would have had that over this. I mean, you could have kept the little bag and gave me another one of those. On the bottom, we have a non-adjustable copper pin. We have designed by icig. And my serial number is 18951. Holy Lord, they made a million of these. This 510 pin does not protrude at all, but maybe a hair. So, do not put this on a hybrid cap. You will blow up. Promise. Alright, so I got some A1 Canthal in there, 26 gauge on a 2.5 mil bit. Now the cool thing about this cup, if it'll stick around for a while, is that these little notches that this chimney cap, those little feet, they sit on, they sit right on those little notches in that ceramic tray. But what else you can do, which I just realized, is that when you're building your coil and you're setting it to a certain height, shit, hang on, I don't want to mess these up, man, because I already pulsed these coils. But anyway, yeah, I'm not going to stick that through there because it's going to mess up my coil. But it is the exact height. You see that? It'll sit right on there. You see how I have them the perfect height to those notches? That's pretty cool. So essentially when you put your coil on your bit and you slide it in through the post holes, all you do is sit it right on those top teeth on each side and tighten it down and push it in as far as you can past these outer notches, and you're set. Because that way you guarantee that you'll be able to get this over that glass. As far as clearance on each side of this coil from the glass to the coil, I still probably have about 1/8 of an inch, but I wouldn't build any higher because you still have to get your cotton in there and there isn't terribly too much room. So you want to be able to get a lot of airflow so you're getting the flavor. Yeah. So this is a 22 millimeter atomizer. It's made out of stainless steel. It's very clean. The threads all the way around are awesome. Nothing sharp and trying to cut me, so that's good. I do wish that I could take this tip off though. I wish I could take that tip off and put whatever I want on there, but we'll give it a whirl. I mean, this could be something good. But as far as it goes for this airflow around the rim and this cyclonic tip, it is a solid piece. It does not come apart. All one piece. So, with that said, I'm going to have another vapor, and then I'm going to wick this bad boy and see what it's got. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all doing good? Let me know about it. Let me know how you like my reviews. Let me know if you like me. I'm down for the negativity. Just tell me what I can do better. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? Because if you can't get down with that, I don't know what you can get up with. That's good stuff right there. You can't see me. There you are. Alright, so we're going to use some Shishido Japanese cotton, organic, from Mean Street Vapor. Alright, it's got one wick in there. And we have 2 wicks in there. Like so. Looks like 2 little joints. Y'all better be off them cigarettes. If you're not, let them go, man. Vaping where it's at. Tobacco is wacko. Vaping is the future. So get up on that and save yourself in the long run. What else does this box say? Yeah, so like I said, you got your 100% genuine product seal that goes across the bottom. You got iCloud SIG on one side. You got your verification scratch and sniff. You got your FISHBONE Plus on the top. Got your FISHBONE Plus on the side with the pure than pure and the picture of the atomizer. On the back here, same thing, except we got 3 lines here. Unique top design, avoids overheating and e-juice spilling. Reduced spit back to almost none. That's probably where that cyclonic feature comes into place with this tip. And by the way, that cyclonic device that's inside this tip is at least 3/4 of an inch down that tip. I mean, it's all the way down. It's all the way down to the base, all the way. So I don't really see getting any juice coming up through that at all. If it does, you're gonna have to do a mean ass Dyson vacuum puller. So you got the unique top design, avoids overheating, e-juice spilling, and reduce spit back to none. Ceramic deck for pure taste. Too bad you only get one, because I don't think it's gonna last. But we'll see. We'll give it a whirl. You know, I'll give it a whirl. Top air hole design and virtually no leakage. I hope not, when you got 5 O-rings holding your glass on. That's a little ridiculous, but who cares? Because I did get a lot of those. Where's my... There's my mustache scissors. You like my mustache scissors? They are pretty dope. So this might be a little tricky. I gotta figure out how much to leave on here, because it doesn't have a lot of room. I'm gonna say right about there. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, so we're looking good over here. Alright, we got some little bow ties. Let's get rid of this Exos Shushido. And I need... What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? What do I need? I need a vape. After this video, I'm going to be making one more video. I just stopped by my my local B&M Vapor Villa, and Vic was gracious enough to give me 3 more of his house lines to try. I'm going to do them all in the same video because they're all about the same type of style juice, so there won't be any re-wicking. We have in a some nice little tester bottles here. We've got Gummy Bear. We've got Skittles, and we've got Starburst. So, we'll give those a taste test shortly after this video. Alright, so let's put these wicks down. I think I needed a little more. Nope, I'm good. Man, this ceramic, it's like, I feel like I'm like feeding an infant. Like, I feel like I gotta be so careful with it because I don't want to break them. Because that's gonna suck. And when it happens, I'm gonna be pissed off and I'm gonna be on my local vape exchange page going, hey, does anybody want to give me their ceramic cup? Or, hey, since your store's tester broke, can I have the ceramic cup? Because you can't buy them by themselves, and that is stupid. So, icig cloud, that's definitely a con for me. I'm not sure why you would do something like that when you have such a fragile cup that you're constantly building on, especially with a velocity style deck. Because when you screw down the positive side, which screws into the copper pin on the bottom, you're putting pressure on it all the time. On my temple, which is the same exact thing, which is I mean, these are beefy as hell. But what happened was, well, you can't see it because the cotton's in there. But what happened was when I was tightening down the one side, because these screws are so beefy, and I put way thicker builds in there, it snapped the threading snapped off inside the positive post while I was tightening down the coil, and it just fell in to the cup. I was so pissed off. Luckily, my man Vic over at Vapor Villa, we were able to take a, I think it was a Trolls 510 pin, or not, yes, 510 pin. We were able to take the Trolls 510 pin out of the bottom, and it was the only one out of a ton of them that was the exact same as this one, and it worked, and thank God, because that sucked ass. And I haven't had any problem with this one. It's almost tighter than the other one, so that kicks ass. But yeah, as far as the way this is, with this ceramic setup on this Velocity deck, I think that's just... the craziness is that it's so well thought out. I mean, this design, for 21 bucks, the amount of process and thought that went into the design of this, if it, does what it says it does, I mean, it's one of a kind. So why on earth would you go through all this trouble to make this kick-ass RDA and not include a second ceramic cup? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, this ceramic cup may be 1.5 millimeters thick, if that. I mean, it's not thick. It's like 2 of the O-rings, thickness-wise. But, alright, so we got it all. Oh, we got some wicks up in there. Let me make sure this little chimney cap is gonna fit. Oh, that's tight. There is no room for air building this, man. This is like building my Derringer. And that's no fun. You gotta have these little hands. You gotta have those. I got these little hands. Even with my little hands, it didn't help. Alright, so I'm able to get over there now. Cool. What juice do I want to put in this? I'm going to go with some Golden Cookie from Vapor Villa. Yes, I'm going to go with some Golden Cookie. Purer than pure, which means what I've already gotten out of this should be better. Might be another con that I just thought about. I don't know if you can drip through this tip, but I'm gonna try. My nose is all itchy, man. I think I need a bump. You need bump? I just need a bump. Alright, so I'm just rambling. I'm gonna wick this up. God, this thing is like a Derringer, man. This thing is so small. I need these littler hands. I need littler hands. Could have my kids build this thing. Bear with me. This will only take a moment. Get her nice and wet. That's what he said. Alright, so she is all ready to go. Let's go ahead and reassemble. Screw this chimney piece up on here. Make sure my fish is centered because I'm OCD. You know what? That's another con. Why don't I have the inner glass why don't I have a replacement inner glass? Come on. This don't make no sense. I got 2 outers. I got 1 inner. I got no ceramic extra. I've got no inner glass extra. You all need to make a version 2 and include 1 of extra glass inner, glass outer, and an extra ceramic tray. Then you'll be good. I'm not saying this product is bad, but when something goes wrong and you need it, everyone's going to be pissed. Something to think about there, icig cloud. Alright, let's go ahead and put this glass on that ass. Drop that right on there. Boy, that thing looks cool, man. I love the way it looks. You see that? That's just bitching. Try to get some more light over here. I mean, I got 8 fluorescent lights in here. Can you see it? See the little coals in there on the inner glass? It's a cool ass looking design. I mean, it definitely is cool looking. It's just nothing but horizontal lines going everywhere. It's just horizontals everywhere, 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 everywhere. Look at that thing. It's very sexy. It's definitely going to be a head turner and a conversation piece because everybody's going to be going, what in the hell is going on inside that RDA? Alright, let's have a quick vape and then I'm going to pop this RDA off and I'm going to pop that FISHBONE Plus right up in there. Talked about my OCD on my finger licking when I'm doing this stuff. It's really annoying, but I do it. I feel like I'm weird. Just don't judge me, okay? Alright, let's put you up on here. Let's put that ass on that glass. Let's tighten you down. Yeah, it looks good on here, man. It's looking good on there. Let's take this to 75 watts. Let's give her a little test fire. New atomizer, yes. It's coming out to a 0.66 ohm build. Wow. Okay. There's something that's a con. I've done competitions and stuff, and you know how you give that extra exhale before you inhale. I just fired it for like a second, and it was so hot when I tried to exhale into it that because of that airflow comes from only the top, it blew it right onto my lips, and that was a little warm. So this is definitely not something you want to exhale before you inhale on a big ass cloud. So keep that in mind too, because you might be you might have a case of the hot lips. I'm saying the hot lips. I don't think you don't want the hot lips. You might need to go get some kind of vaccination for that, because it's probably gonna look bad. 75 watts. Let's have a vape. The airflow is a lot more restrictive than I thought it was going to be. It's kind of a downer. Bump her up to 80 watts. Flavor is amazing. Definitely has some awesome flavor. I'm gonna take that inner chamber off. Take it completely out of there and see what it can do. Because that should be that should definitely give me way more unrestricted airflow in there. Because that's probably like maybe 1.5, 2 mils between the two glass panels in there. So it is limited on the air. The flavor is awesome though. That flavor is spot on. I like the flavor. I don't know, a couple of these guys that have reviewed this told me that, or they tell you that it's not a cloud chaser. I mean, that's 80 watts. Look at this. It gives me good clouds. I mean, I'm impressed with the cloud, for real. So let's take this off. And, ow, that's hot. Don't do this, it's hot. Wait a minute. Next time, for yourself. Yeah, let's see what this can do. This might be a little hellacious. This might be a little rowdy. Damn it, I did that exhale. That is hot. Don't do that. Damn. Now that will make a cloud. Holy shitballs. Peep this. You hear that? That's pretty cool. You can hear that cyclone in there. I'm going to try and drip through this tip. See if it works.